Casey in Nashville. Casey, go ahead.
Hey guys, so I have misophonia, and basically I have a visceral reaction to certain noises, a more severe reaction to certain sounds than people would normally have. So for me, it's the sound of chewing. One of the more random ones for me is that I hate the sound of hot liquid being poured into a cup.
Interesting.
Only hot liquid, not just any liquid?
Different?
No, it's hot liquid. If my husband's making some tea and he pours the hot water into the mug, I can't stand the sound of it.
Oh, wow. Which is a common sound. So common sounds affect you differently than other people.
What if you were with your husband and you and my wife and me, we were on a road trip and Sherry's chewing gum and I'm chewing gum and we're popping it?
Driver with the water.
I will not be happy with you.
You have to get out of the car or we got to stop popping.
I mean, I would have to tell you, hey, can you guys please?
Okay.
So a lot of these things.
You got to spit your gum out.
By the way, I can only chew gum for about a minute and a half.
Yeah, I end up biting inside of my cheek.
Yeah, and you're saying chewing, not smacking, right? Because nobody likes anybody likes smacking. But you're saying if you just hear somebody chewing,
I don't like dripping water either.
Yeah, chewing, or some people, their jaw clicks when they chew, and that's even worse.
What about breathing?
So people with TMJ, you can't be around.
Nose breathing.
Okay.
I can't with the nose breathing. If you've got like a little hair stuck in your nose and it's making that whistle sound, no way.
So he picks up on things that we don't.
Did we clarify, does smacking bother you? I mean, like more than what
I think
normal
that bothers everybody.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm talking about, is that a trigger, like a big one?
Oh, bad.
Yes. My brother smacks when he eats pizza. He smacks for some reason. I don't know why. It's just pizza and pasta.
I get most of these things except for the hot water being poured in a cup. That is odd. Surprising.
But if it's cold.
Yeah, another one is when people are clapping outside, like at a golf tournament. The sound of people clapping outdoors.
Not indoors, outdoors.
Wow. So you could have watched Auburn's offense this year and been just fine.
Wouldn't have to worry about it.
I'm here. I'm back.
I like that. I like that.
yes, you are.
2023, Rick.
Okay, now here's what's so funny. If she was hanging around with us, we would test different things to see.
Of course we would.
Oh, yeah. If she was an intern, we'd drive her crazy.
So how did this affect you in church? You said you had to move to the front row?
Oh, yes. Sometimes. Well, it's mostly with the gum popping. That was the last straw for me. I told my husband, I was like, I know it's uncomfortable for you to sit in the front, but I cannot have these distractions.
Wow.
Right.
There was a little kid, and I mean, I'm so glad. Like, have your children sit in church, please, by all means.
Once they get a certain age, by the way.
Yeah.
Right. He was wrestling around in a plastic bag or some sort of bag that had pencils in it. And I mean, my husband would look over at me and I'm just shaking at this point. I'm like, I have to go. So I just had to go into the lobby and watch from the monitors because
Wow.
How about that?
What about people, because this could even happen if there was like a guest speaker or because you wouldn't go to church, the pastor did this. But I noticed the other day
yeah, here you go. No filter. Rick.
Painted
Go
into
ahead,
a
buddy.
corner.
Okay, there was a place I was, and sometimes I see this, and it happens, and people will talk, and they'll, after they say something, they'll go, "Hey, we want to be here," and I've seen people actually get up and be like on a stage, and they'll do that. Would you be able to handle that?
I don't know. I feel like I remember during one of the debates, I feel like Trump did that, and it was driving me nuts.
Okay.
He kept sniffing.
Yeah, he sniffs.
Oh, yeah, he did the sniff.
That's
what it was.
So,
Sniff ender.
Yeah.
Casey, let me ask you this. Your husband, how long have you been married?
8 years.
So is he supportive in this? Because I can imagine you run into a lot of problems with this. Or does he kind of get done with it?
I mean, all I have to do is shoot him a look, and he knows. He knows.
Time to go.
He's a pretty loud chewer. and he sure likes to crunch on those potato chips. I'll tell you what. So,
she don't need to be around me
Casey,
eating ice. I crunch on ice real loud.
You must have a tough life with all that
That's
bothering
good.
you. I mean,
Well,
that's a lot of common things.
She has misophonia.
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 Meso or meso?
Meso.
Yeah, the snapping gum.
Miso.
Terry will
I
snap
think
her
it's
gum.
spelled like miso.
How about-
MISO.
How about popping knuckles? People that pop their knuckles.
Oh yeah, that's a good one, Greg.
That that doesn't bother me too.
Oh,
Okay,
really?
all right. So there's not there's
Just certain things.
It's very unique, and there's not a
Yeah.
lot of consistency to it. You really don't know till you hear it, right?
Right. There's no rhyme or reason to it at all.
Is there anything we do here on the show that you pick
Great
up on
question.
that bothers
That's a
you?
good one.
Thank you.
No. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't be listening.
Okay, good.
Ah, good
That's
point.
good.
You'd never call.
That's a good.
Are you sure?
None of that.
Don't test me.
Okay, we're just trying to find where our line is.
I think the wrinkling bag must really bother
Do
her.
not-
She was really
Oh, yeah.
serious about the bag.
Oh yeah.
I think my wife has this, by the way.
Oh really?
Yes, yes.
Are you serious?
Yes. I can't sit next to her and eat almonds on the couch because she can hear the crunch
Oh, no.
through my cheeks. My mouth is closed, but she can hear the
Oh,
crunch
I
through my
see.
cheeks.
Yeah.
And then pouring coffee bothers her too, by the way.
Oh, she has it.
She has.
I don't get how that's
Hot
a
liquid in the
sound.
mug.
Greg, get off that. I mean,
Yeah,
they
that's
can't
It's just
explain
weird.
it.
I don't get how that's a sound.
I
still
know.
on the
It's
line.
hey Greg, it's common things
She's making that up.
that doesn't affect us.
She's still
affects
I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
yeah,
her.
yeah.
I do have this, I think, a little bit too because I realized at one point in my life I wasn't going to stay with a particular person. I was like for the rest of my
Suddenly
life.
everything got on your nerves.
And y'all, when she would eat with a fork, it sounded like a knife coming out of a sheath, like every time she'd bite down on the fork, clink, and then
yeah, that would
I'm
bother
like,
me.
I can't
That's
live
bad.
with a ninja.
Yeah.
Always going shing, and that was that.
Well, Casey, thanks.
I'm fixing to go pour some coffee. and
You just
listen to it.
diagnosed Adler's wife, and you were very helpful. Thanks a lot.
I'm gonna see. What it
Well,
says.
sure.
All right, Casey, if we start doing things that bother you, let us know.
Yes.
I will. I sure will.
All right, see.
Thank you,
Bye.
Casey.
There.
Wow.
How
God
about
bless
that?
you.
How about that?
Yeah, that
That hot liquid got to you, didn't it?
Well, I'm trying. Everything else I can relate to.
Well, the thing that threw me when I said, so if I pour a bottle of water into a cup, that doesn't bother you, but coffee into a cup does. And she
so
said,
there's two different sounds.
I've never really noticed two different sounds.
I haven't.
on that.
I tell you, I'm going to experiment with
Yeah,
it.
I'm
go
gonna
do it
listen.
right
I'm
now?
gonna listen closer.